What's up, y'all? It's Shuffle, and we are here with Blazblue Entropy Effect, a very awesome game that is loved by both myself and our guest, one of my best buddies, our channel editor, Blazblue aficionado with like the 100 entropy clear, Ranger. What's up, man?
Hello everyone, I am Ranger, joining Shuffle today, talking about the biggest update ever coming out to Blazblue Entropy Effect. You might recognize my voice as the person that made the Blazblue Entropy Effect tier list roughly half a year ago, and I do plan to make an updated tier list once the new characters that we'll be talking about in this video come out.
Yeah, Hibiki about to shoot to the top. You heard it here first. We're talking about the anniversary pack, so this is an update that's en route, and so we get a new boss, one free character, which is Icey, and then we get Hazama from Blazblue, who is definitely a fan favorite. I'm surprised that he's getting in so quickly, because I wasn't sure what their priorities would be. You know, I was kind of expecting, I don't know, other characters people like frickin' Carl or Lychee or something like that, but no, we got Hazama.
You'd be surprised actually, because Naoto has been in the files since 1.0 released, and everybody thought that the next character after Rachel would be Naoto.
Yeah.
But no, it turned out to be Hazama.
Because I know, Ranger, you've like looked into this more. You've watched like the Billy stuff and all that. So with the new boss, Reiki, where's she gonna be at? Does she have like a new, like, is there an extra level, or is she in like space beta or something? Like, what's going on?
From what I understand, Reiki, I'm not sure if she's a final boss or if she is just another side boss. I do, however, know that they mentioned something about having to have your Evo type, the character that you're essentially playing during mind training, having to be at a minimum level of rating in order to actually access this room to fight her.
So how would that work then? Like, you have to power yourself up as you're going through the run, and then when you hit that certain threshold, then you can challenge her? Is that what it is?
I think so. Because I do recall seeing a screenshot of Reiki, like her sword, or rather her name, essentially, written on one of the Space Alpha positions in order to select her as the boss.
Okay.
So I assume if you have a high enough level of or high enough rating on your Evo type, then she actually shows up and you can select to fight her.
So from the sound of that, like, if you need an actual power level to get there, it sounds like she might be harder than Susan.
Honestly, from the footage that I've seen, she does seem pretty tough. Like, she kind of just fills the entire screen with lightning.
Yeah.
If you scroll down a little bit, you can actually see like this move here. I don't know how you can dodge this without triple dash. I feel like it's just borderline almost impossible to dodge it unless you have like triple jump and triple dash ready.
I know, because just looking at this, like, whatever other moves have iframes, you know, on different Evo types, but like this lightning goes from one side of the screen and then it bounces and it goes back the other way, because there's like two sets of lightning, it looks like.
I don't know if this middle part under the ball is safe. It doesn't look like it is. I feel like the lightning would still hit you there.
Yeah, I don't think you can stand on the ground. Just from looking at it, you might have to actually jump. But that's very precise, because even if you jump and dodge the lightning hitting the ground, just there isn't much space in the air either that you can squeeze through. And this little preview here doesn't even show Hazama doing that. He's just like dodging through it with invuln.
Yeah, he's like, if I remember correctly from the Hazama showcase, this move that he's doing is like a parry move, which you're invincible until the end of it. Okay. But looking at it from the way that the lightning hits the ground and goes back, in theory, if you stand under the ball, like directly under it, you could do one dash through the left lightning and then dash backwards to the center with another right side dash, and that might be safe.
Yeah, actually,
obviously I can't really play it, so I can't confirm if that's the case.
Yeah, but no, that's good speculation. That's essentially what Hazama's doing in the air, but, you know, you can probably do it on the ground. But although I will say, I don't know how many iframes the dash has, but that lightning seems to like linger when it goes by, so maybe it's harder. Is she from Icey? Is that why we're getting her? Or is she just totally new?
No, this boss was actually like showcased way back on Bilibili when Rachel was about to come out, and essentially they showed just like the sketch of it, like sketch of the lightning hitting the ground. Because I remember this animation. That was definitely the sketch of it. And our local resident Chinese moderator Henry in the Discord, which you should definitely join by the way, also confirmed that this boss is a completely new boss that the devs themselves have made.
Oh, okay, that's really cool, and I guess it would make sense they tease her with Rachel, because two characters with lightning, obviously. I don't know if the bosses have this in the that we currently have in the current version of the game, like this exclamation mark that fills up to signify that she's about to like slam down. Is she the only one that has this? Is there like another example of this?
Yes, the purple lightning bar, or like the purple exclamation mark rather, essentially means that it's an attack that you cannot iframe through, like with dash and stuff like that.
Okay.
Red exclamation marks means that you can iframe through it normally. I know Arakune has this as well when he does his, like that attack that he goes from one side of the screen to the other one.
Yeah.
And Susan has it in phase 3 with the big laser.
Okay.
And the serpent also has it when he's going into the sand.
Okay, I do remember the serpent one. I didn't make the connection, but yeah.
I'll probably show this in post or on the screen, and in the description too, I'll link the VOD showcasing the devs playing against Reki as Hazama.
Oh yeah, definitely.
She has a very big moveset, and it seems pretty complex actually.
Okay, I mean, definitely an upgrade from Susan. Kind of makes sense that, you know, the dev is going, hey, we're gonna make an original boss. Guess what? It's harder, more complex. Like we're showing off right now because we have creative freedom, because all the other characters have to more or less abide by what they're given in Blazblue, which they do a fantastic job replicating. So, okay, so I guess we can talk about Icey, which I don't remember if you like did any diving into what Icey is, because this is a crossover, so I have no idea what this is.
So Icey is much like Entropy Effect. It's essentially just a 2D action fighter platformer, and from the opinion of myself and some other people, the gameplay of it is slightly dated if you were to play it today. However, the game is very popular in China, and it's also very popular in the West just because it's a really fun action platformer.
Okay.
And I believe in the animation of Icey, she moves a bit weirdly compared to the Blazblue cast, which makes perfect sense because her model is essentially just directly taken from the Icey games.
Yeah. And
in Icey, she is a 3D model, not a 2D model, as far as I know.
Yeah. Just looking at this, this dash on screen, I don't know. It feels. I thought this was from Icey at first, just because obviously the level looks different. I don't think this, unless this is like somewhere in one of the Space Omegas or Alphas or whatever, and I just don't remember, but this doesn't look familiar to me, so I don't know if this came from Icey, but definitely a little bit different.
I think that Icey actually has access to an 8-way dash.
Oh yeah, that totally makes sense. That it looks, yeah, okay. Oh, that'd be cool. Okay.
According to what was told to us by our favorite Chinese moderator in the Entropy Effect Discord, and also the Sky's Eye staff, the actual admin, they basically said that in order to unlock Icey, you need to complete like a special set of levels using her, and then you get to unlock her to actually use her in mind training. And I believe these levels are part of it that they're showing here. It's actually like really interesting.
It seems interesting, especially like with how far this one goes. You know, she can get around the screen. I don't know how much invincibility it has, but that's pretty cool. This definitely makes sense that this is from like the level 2 unlock her. You know, just some little challenging platform wise to talk or to show you just what to do with her. But then also, I don't know if you mean like the picture on top too is also from her like unlock level, because I can't tell if this is just level 1 or if that actually is, you know, different, because it looks very similar.
I think this is just regular Night City at that point, at like in the top one.
Yeah.
Because this one, the backgrounds and the ground is definitely Space Omega, which was,
it is.
in case people didn't know, it was recently repurposed. They basically just removed Space Omega and replaced it with Space Alpha, which was a good change in my opinion, because Space Omega on higher entropy levels, it was kind of just ate away at your timer, and it's kind of not fun.
Yeah, no, it was not, because the few times I tried to do the shortened time limit back when it was like 4 minutes or whatever, you couldn't really do any of the side bosses. There just wasn't time, and even then it would still take like almost a minute and a half to run through the entire level and get to Susan, sometimes more. And so, you know, if you're not like really efficient at that fight, you're just taking the exhausted timer damage for like half that fight, you know. So it's very hard to deal with, or at least it was for me.
The biggest shock to me was honestly just the fact that Icey, as the character, is completely free. She comes with a free update.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Like, they really, yeah, like that. It's always interesting when a move like that happens, because either, again, I'm speculating, like either maybe they didn't think that buying Icey would go over too well. You know, like, people are going to buy Hazama because they know him and stuff like that from the series, but maybe they did some kind of risk assessment and they said people probably won't buy this character. I mean, I would have, because it's content. Yeah, I mean, giving it away for free, that's also a sign of like a healthy studio, when you can actually afford to give free stuff, and it's very welcome in this day and age of microtransactions, very aggressive ones, overpriced and all that.
Yeah, like, and this game costs $20 at its full price.
For some reason in my head, I was like, this 30, 35, something like that. But yeah, 20 is a freaking steal for how like polished this game is and how actually like fun and all that. This is not hashtag ad, by the way. We're just, you know, glazing because we like it. With the final piece of news from this is the paid DLC, the smooth criminal himself, Hazama, which is definitely one of the coolest just characters in Blazblue. If you disagree, you're actually factually wrong. So just, you know, don't bother. And just looking at this, again, they kind of, just from the limited bit I've seen, because I think you showed me the Billy video too, that was like 5 minutes. And I watched that, and just watching this too, like, again, they did a great job just capturing his animations and just like the feel and the graphics and stuff. I don't know if they can directly import the sprite from like Blazblue, or do they recreate it, you know?
I think Henry was actually talking about this in the Discord too. Somebody asked, and they said that 91 Act is allowed to use basically any sprite from the series as a whole.
Okay,
that
good.
They can just repurpose them. And in fact, when I was looking through the files myself and I saw Hazama, there were some sprites where he had the Terumi haircut. He didn't have the top hat or the fedora.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's actually used, because I didn't see it in the video. So it might just be legacy sprites from the other parts of the series.
Yeah. A lot of times, you know, as we've seen with other games, there'll be files in there that just never get used. Like you said with this one, Naoto's been in there for freaking a decade, and nothing with him yet, so.
Oh, and in case you're curious, if you buy the Hazama DLC, I'll show it on the screen, you will unlock a special avatar where you have like the little Terumi ghost that appears when Amane performs his astral on Terumi in Central Fiction. You get that as an avatar that you can run around in.
That's funny.
And you unlock also Color 5 for every character. And Color 5 does indeed include the Michael Jackson outfit for Hazama, the obligatory.
Yeah, I thought that was it was weird that it was included, and in a way that it felt like it was always going to be there. Like, I've seen that outfit so much, I sometimes think that's his normal outfit, you know? Like, when I see, you know, old Blazblue fighting game actual footage and stuff like that, I see like original Hazama, the white Hazama, and like the red outfit. I see those the most. So if those aren't like 3 that he has, I'd be, you know, surprised. Like, I didn't play Central Fiction, but I know back in like Continuum Shift days, they when you bought like DLC outfits, it was just a lot of them just kind of didn't look good. You get like 15 different palettes, and it would just be like pink on pink or something, and it's just like, nah. But there's some that
Even
are super good, like the ones we were talking about.
Yeah, like even in Central Fiction, essentially, you have obviously Ragna and Jin get like the palettes of Soul Bad Guy and
Yeah.
fucking
Kai
Kai
Kisuke or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, from Guilty Gear. But most people will run palette 22 because palette 22 is essentially the ultimate color that Guilty Gear also had, but it's in Blazblue instead. But it makes like the character's weapons glow,
Yeah.
which just looks really cool.
Yeah, those are always nice effects. People like visual swag, visual drip. Okay, so what I do want to touch on, because I only watched the video with Hazama once. I don't know how many times you saw it, but just from what I saw with it, there's a lot of air mobility, which I guess makes sense with this character. But I know we both of us were wondering how Hotenjin was going to be incorporated, and I think you like were able to really see it and understand it. So I'm gonna ask for your expertise on this.
So from what I saw, I'll leave both the video for just this boss showcase in the description, and then also the full VOD of the devs playing Hazama on stream, which is like 2 hours, I think, or so. But from what I've seen, Hotenjin is a normal MP skill, and it starts off as just the standard Hotenjin line that everybody's used to. Just, black with a green outline, just reaching to the sky. Straight to heaven, as they say.
Yeah.
And if you upgrade it to its max, instead of just one line, it's like these three snakes that kind of coil around each other.
Yeah.
And it looks really cool.
It does.
And it basically covers like a quarter of the screen.
Yeah, it was really big. It's not, I don't even think it's like in front of him with the kick. It's like all around where he's at. So it's like maybe it's just a really good defensive button too. Like, just get away from me, get off me. Especially if you like, I don't know what comes after that. Like if they go into a juggle state or what. But that is I'm glad that they were able to take something that was so central to the character, because Hotenjin's just it's the thing, It was always cool back when you could like instant block Hotenjin through a block string and stuff like that. That was always funny. And so I'm really glad that they were able to make a kick, like a very small, just upward like kick or whatever, actually a focal point in this. So I'm wondering how hard that was for them, if I ever got to talk to them.
Honestly, I would be actually really interested too, because the ability that they have to just incorporate everybody's gameplay style into the game perfectly is like that's a talent on its own, honestly.
It is, dude. Yeah, like with
because Ragna is essentially just a pre-Central Fiction Ragna with permanent blood cane in a way. Since Chrono Phantasma, Ragna doesn't even have blood cane, the super, anymore. It was replaced by Overdrive, which is why his Overdrive is called Blood Cane Idea. And even though that happened, you can still do stuff with Ragna that he could do in the series before, which is Blood Cane and even Belial Edge, which was lost in Central Fiction.
Forgot about that, yeah. We're going to close this one out by taking a look at their other post, the 2025 plan for more characters, IP, crossover. So this is something we were mentioning. Co-op polishing, very fantastic, as Ranger and I like playing together. He lives in Europe, I live in America, so you gotta believe that ping can be not the funnest thing to deal with sometimes. What happened in 2024, they went to 1.0, Rachel is finished. It's not only our first DLC, but it was a gift, so like Ranger talked about before. Co-op was added, never expected this to happen, although it did have PvP, which was kind of jank, so I guess they already had like the internet hooks and stuff like that to make it happen. Boss rush, that's always a fun mode. Character improvements, control and combat, yeah, they've done some work on that too. What have they done with S? Did they like change anything mechanically? Did they buff her? I'm not sure. I remember Tau. I remember when you were talking about Tau getting changed, but yeah.
I believe Ragna and S had certain changes done to them in terms of just their inputs, I believe.
Okay.
And just their overall feel. Taokaka was completely reworked though, and when she came out, I basically did like 6 runs of her back to back, and I can safely say that she feels basically better in every single way.
That's good, because obviously I don't have the experience that you do, but when I was playing her, my initial run, I didn't really like the playstyle that much. I don't know, it just felt a little one-dimensional. I felt like I was always going to the same like couple attacks or whatever, unlike other characters where you try and use like everything.
Dude, Tao before this rework was so bad. Literally all you needed was heavy attack and spinny upgraded.
Yeah.
At that point you were done. And all you did was just hold M1 and that's it. You did that for 30 minutes.
Literally hold it for a half hour. Just tape a rock to your mouse and then just move it around. Improvements on boss fights to make them more competitive and thrilling. I'm not quite sure which ones got changed here. You know?
I think this refers to... I'm pretty sure it was like all of them essentially got some level of change. But I believe this talks about their stun states that you can like enter or make them enter the stun state more often than before.
Yeah, because that's always a cool part, because every time they show like the character trailers, or I don't know who that is that you show me that's like popping off on Twitter where they just do like this long ass combo in like the practice screen.
And more importantly, like even Susan, back when 1.0 launched, he basically had only one stun state, and that was during phase 3 when he was recovering from attacks. That's when you could juggle him.
Yeah.
But after the changes they made, you can make him enter the stun state 2 ways, which is when he's doing like the little block attack with the shield up. If you hit him from behind, he enters a stun state immediately, and you can juggle him for a bit. And then in phase 2, when there's those little lamps that drop down from the ceiling, if you blow them up and Susanoo is near one, and you hit him after that, then he enters another stun state.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty sick, especially like, I don't know, just with a game like this that's got kind of like the fighting game background, big combos are a thing, and being able to actually do something like that and kind of be creative, show off a little bit, feel powerful, like that's such a good thing to have, that I wish more games did that kind of stuff. Like it's okay to, let your players feel like they're hella good when they fight your bosses. If like they make something happen, then just, freaking style on them for like 10 seconds. Difficulty system was redesigned. I know they changed how some of the entropys work, like the time limit. What's the minimum now? It's like 6 instead of 4.
Yes, minimum is 6 minutes now.
Yeah, that's way better, because 4 minutes was freaking torture. Like, at least when I was doing it on the 4-minute timer, I would avoid fights. Like, I would straight up try and get to like rest areas and non-combat rooms, just so I had more time on the clock. Like, I wasn't spending it doing other stuff, and it was not fun. It was not a fun way to play that game.
Yeah, it was really ass, honestly.
Yeah.
And also with the difficulty system rework, well, I guess it's kind of a soft rework. On hard mode, you automatically, the entropy before, or the entropy effect that made it where bosses were upgraded, that's just gone. That's just default on hard mode. And instead, it's that the bosses can summon enemies, which sounds annoying at first, but it's honestly kind of in the favor of the player, because you can use them to get kills and combo up, which if you have, certain mind crystals or something, then it's actually better for you even. And also they added the Covenant and the trial spaces. Black Market got improved a little bit. There's not like new stuff.
I don't know if you have any like examples on hand or off the top of your head or whatever, but that was something cool, because I didn't play the game for a minute. Then when I came back and played together with you, seeing like the Covenant space, it was interesting. Like you can get some really ridiculous combinations, which is kind of what you want in a roguelike game. You want to be able to, just put random stuff together and be a little clever, and then just blow the game open. Yeah,
I actually have a perfect example of this completely broken ass, busted ass Evo type. I think it's a Ragna Evo type.
Of course, it's a Ragna.
But on stage 2, I got a black market space, and inside it was the effect. Every time you complete a combat space without taking damage, you gain plus 50% max HP.
Yeah, I remember you sending me like the Discord message or some shit, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I had like 9,000 HP by the end of it. And then eventually I found, I don't know if it was I think it was a Covenant, where per every HP up, my skill damage increased So I had like 9,000 HP, and my skill was doing like plus 1000% extra damage. So I was just one tapping everything.
Yeah, jeez Louise, man, that's crazy. But you know, they must have known something like that would be possible. And it's not like the bonus HP for not taking damage is like totally for free. You know, you have to perfect clear the level. You know, it's not just like I exist and I get this bonus. No, you actually have to play decently well multiple times to make it actually broken. So, good job.
I'll put the footage of me one tapping Oriad with a single skill on the screen.
Oh my god, I didn't think you'd do enough to one tap a boss. That's crazy. Install new decoration system. That's kind of what you're talking about, right? For the avatars, or is that
yes.
something else? Yeah.
It's also decorations to your little home base.
Oh.
You can, but when you complete enough achievements, you get like this little flower in a pot, and every time you complete a mind training, whether you win or lose, you get like a water, and you can water that plant, and it grows up, and eventually it sprouts an actual flower.
That's cute.
Oh, that's the final one. If you do 100 entropy, you get a special pedestal as well when you're selecting entropy, which looks really cool.
You have that, right?
one. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I'll show the footage of it on screen. You can also change how the little octopus that upgrades your mind and the mind crystal shows. Instead of it being like a cold blue, it's like this pink color, and he has like hard eyes. I don't know what they were cooking with that, but go ahead.
Here they're talking about bugs that got fixed, a lot of improvements based on feedback got actualized. So a dev that listens to you in the year 2069, like that's nuts. So great job. And then plan for 2025. Behold, we're going to release all this content in the first half. Okay. Several brand new characters. Some of them are original from Blazblue, while some are from our crossover with other IPs. So there's more crossovers coming and more Blazblue characters. They said several. I mean, that could be like 4, but I don't know how long it takes for them to make a character. So the fact that, you know, they put out 3 in almost a year, you know, it's like that's one every like 4 months essentially. And if they can put out a couple more, that's cool. Maybe Naoto's finally coming. Maybe he's just like done, but they haven't put him in yet. Who knows? I'm curious what the other IPs are. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see.
There is a rumor going around that of a potential Ruby crossover, although that's not been confirmed.
You know, that makes sense. That's almost like a layup in terms of like the basketball terms and all that, just because Crosstag already had that like door open. So I would not be surprised at all if they did it again. If they can rip sprites like they did from Blazblue itself, then they can just, because Crosstag was sprite, right? It wasn't 2.5 or whatever, 2.5D.
Yeah, Crosstag was sprite work.
Yeah. See, they can just grab those.
But we do not talk about Crosstag.
No, just an actual travesty of a freaking game. Just strictly made and rushed out of the door so they could get it to Evo the same year. Because I think Evo is in August or like end of July. And when Crosstag released in June, all of the cases had like the Evo sticker and it said featured at Evo, like 2018. It's like, dude, just make a good game. I don't need this crap. New gameplay. Finish the story with the endless mode. Which will bring more varieties. So, are they going to expand the story ending? I don't quite get this. Like, I understand they just make an endless mode, but
yeah, I'm not too sure what they were cooking with this one. But maybe they were trying to like saying that we plan to finish the story of gameplay with the endless mode.
Yeah, that
just
would
didn't
make
translate
sense.
well.
Yeah, new bosses, enemies, levels, and biomes. Thank God, more biomes, please. I want an alternative to the frickin' ruins. I hate it. The actual worst level in the entire series, if they make a second, a third, a fifth Entropy Effect, the ruins in the first game are still going to be the worst, I promise. And then you get the coin flip of, do you get the punching bag eyeball or do you get Arakune?
Although I will say now that you can actually fucking stun Arakune like more frequently, he's nowhere near as bad as when he didn't have the stun state. Because he didn't have the stun state before, so it was just he's kicking your ass until he reaches 20% HP and then he just dies.
Yeah, that That fight was a slugfest. I don't know. Like, maybe I just didn't learn the patterns well enough, but I felt like about at like half HP or whatever, whenever like he starts getting pissed off or something like that, it just became, I don't know, some kind of frenzy. Okay, so we have higher difficulty. Some of you already rolled up your sleeve. That's Ranger. More legacy skills equals more playtime. So I'm assuming this just means like adding characters obviously gives more legacy. I don't know if they're going to actually make different legacy skills for each character. That'd be kind of weird.
Yes, actually, that is exactly what it means.
Oh.
I'll try to find the Bilibili footage, but essentially they were showcasing... I do know that Rachel, her second legacy that they showed off was Tempest Dahlia, the wind.
Oh, that's...
Like the full screen fucking wind move.
More slots to save your Evo type, that makes sense. If they put out more characters, you want to save more of them. Right. Land party won't be a dream. Alright, man, I'm flying you out here. More co-op polishing and improvements. This is exciting. Alright, just make the netcode smoother. And improvements in other aspects.
Because right now the netcode, as far as I know, is delay-based netcode. It's not like rollback. So if your ping is like between me and Shove, which is like roughly in the 180s to 200 ms.
Yeah.
You feel it.
Yeah.
You feel the input delay.
I think that's it. Got ideas for other vids, obviously, so if you like the Entropy Effect news and content, definitely let us know. It was a great game. We love talking about it. Yeah, I guess before we move on to something else, any final words, my Czech shark friend?
I think the final words is just simply, believe me when I say, whenever there's any news when it comes to Entropy Effect or Blazblue in general, I'm just glazing. Just straight up glazing. So if anybody, if you want to actually see more content about this game, let us know, and we will make it.
Yes, great job actually pushing the I don't know, the marketing, the CTA, like great job. True. Absolutely true. Come back here.
As long as the check clears, okay?
This is also true. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks, Ranger, for being here. And we'll see y'all in the next one.
See ya, everyone.